line is that our government isn't there to serve us. It's not there it's intended to make life harder on us, which is why they're disciplining us with layoffs, creating a global recession right now, et cetera. So you've got to ask yourself, really, really, really do your scientific thinking and say, what is the government here for? And you realize ultimately government is here for private property. It's here to defend business. It's here to give the business community and the elites everything they need and to protect them from us. That's it. It's not there to enhance our lives, to make our lives better. It's there to make sure that they can live the best life they want, and we just kind of suffer with the crumbs. It's Elysium all over again. And I think that's the exclamation point here.
I was just going to say, I think it's the same thing. Like when we talk about law enforcement, people think they're there to protect and serve. I'm like, no, they're there to protect wealthy people's property. They've always been there to protect, starting with their slaves and continuing now to whatever property they have. That's what they're there for. They're not there to make sure that everything is good for us.
Not at all. Not at all.
What do you think would happen if this circumstance was being played out in a Sanders administration right now? What do you think Bernie would do?
What would Bernie do? WWBD.
He'd probably have a town hall about it. My hope and dreams would be that Bernie would take the people that wrote all the stuff about student debt elimination and would have his economic advisor, Stephanie Kelton, come up and would tell the truth. I think Bernie, I'm disappointed in Bernie, but I think Bernie's take on this is that we're not ready for what needs to be done yet. The people aren't ready. We're not ready. And so he's just trying to do what a lot of people are doing. People like Sarah Nelson and others who are high up in unions, but very much toe the vote blue line. And the reason they say on the back end is because we need to buy time to get our unions organized again. We need to buy time without having Republicans writing laws to strip away our ability to organize and so forth. So to them, that's really it. And Bernie sees us and sees the people and realizes most of them can't get it through their head that the country creates the money. So how could it possibly be broke? They can't get that simple thing through their heads. And they can't understand Article 1, Section 8, which gives power of the purse to Congress. They can't understand that the president executes the laws. They don't put these things in proper context. So it's always just like hair on fire, flailing about, shooting all over the place. We've got to condense that and focus it. And Bernie, I think, would unfortunately be radically practical and recognize the average person doesn't understand this stuff. And he would go, we got to tax the millionaires. We got to tax the billionaires. He'd still say what he's been saying for the last 40 years.
You had to do this. You had to do that.
Did I bring him out? Yes, I did.
No, unfortunately, no, look, there is only one person here that could possibly do, well, listen, Jen, I like your hair.
Isn't that pretty?
Steve, look, if I was president right now, instead of my good friend Joe,
he's not your friend.
I would have done more than a town hall. I would have told the GOP to shove it up their ass.
Yeah, that's what you would do. You know, the fact that you still think Joe is your friend.
And we absolutely would be able to cancel student debt. There is no question.
Hold the phone here.
The president has the legal authority.
Joe is nobody's friend.
No, we would cancel student debt. That's what we would do.
Joe is nobody's friend.
Joe is my friend. I don't have a lot of friends on Capitol Hill. Can you give me a break and let me have one? They don't like me over there because I like to tell the truth.
I think it's because you're cranky.
I am not cranky.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh!
They're in my studio, too, all at once.
I don't like that man.
You can't make it up. You try to do something off script, and what happens?
It's all good.
Donald Trump cannot be president again. Unfortunately, I think it might happen.
No, you're going to have Ron DeSantis is who you're having.
Oh, look, things are not good now.
Sorry about that. I tried to go off script, but there went my studio.
Is that what happened?
That literally is what happened. So Steve, give me 1 second. I'm going to hide my camera momentarily.
All right, it's all good.
Steve,
Keep talking, though. I can still talk.
Steve, remember that you're doing a great job. You're explaining to the American people exactly what macroeconomics is versus microeconomics. It's very important stuff. And unfortunately, the American people are still not getting it. They think that we have money for war, but we don't have money to help the average citizen. That has got to change. You're doing a good job. Just wanted to clarify, if I was president, I would have canceled all of that student debt, not $10,000 in a means testing. We would have done it for everybody, and that's the way it needs to be. So Good to see you, Jen.
Good to see you,
See
Bern.
you.
Thanks, Bernie. Appreciate it. And I think Grumbine's back now. Sorry about that. Total meltdown with him.
You're getting a little crazy over there.
But do you feel that
I
do you
wasn't
feel that-
anticipating bringing out Trump.
Well, totally. There's only one Trump here, and I totally.
Oh my God.
But do you kind of feel like the American people there's like enough people right now? Oh, and before we continue, let me just say, first of all, Double K, thank you very much for your support. Really means a lot.
Yeah.
Anytime, Steve, you're on, we get $20 from Double K. So I think we're going to have you fairly consistently. I hope you
That's
understand.
so funny. And Kayla, thank you. Also fan.
Kayla, thank you. Yes, we can absolutely have Angelica come back on. She is a excellent candidate running in California.
We had her.
Yes, we have.
She was lovely.
Well, you like to say it.
I
yes.
do.
But I kind of get the impression right now that the American people are just kind of waking up and, again,
Oh, they
little by
definitely
little,
are.
little by little, every day. But I kind of think they see that the fact that the president didn't even attempt, even slightly, to push back on this completely frivolous lawsuit, we all know that. But the fact that this is the parliamentarian all over again. It's the same thing. Oh, we really wanted to cancel that student debt, but they're gonna sue us in court. So I guess we can't give it to you anymore.
This is who we are supporting for 24. We think go with the people with the most power, and that's obviously who has the most power. So that's who
Where's Cinema? I thought, is she going to be like the Secretary of State?
Well, she could be. I just thought, it just looked too funny not to use parliamentarian. And I don't know her name, by the way, which just makes it all the more funny to me.
Double K, did you do 2 donations specifically because it's got double in the name? I don't see Double Jackson, but whatever it is, thank you very, very much.
Very appreciated.
Yes.
But again, I just think if he is just going to literally roll over and die, how do you think the midterms are going to go in the last month when everything gets attached to Joe's ass and everyone's going to be thinking, this isn't so good?
Let me tell you what they're counting on. They're counting on you remembering the Roe v. Wade
Thank you.
thing.
I've been saying that the whole time.
But that's
counting
dangerous.
on women. They're counting on women.
Yeah.
100% saying, I don't care about anything else.
Anything else.
This is it. And you know what? I'm a dude. I can't really speak to it, Jen. I know you have
valid. It's valid.
Yeah. And so, who am I to say but that's what they're counting on, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're counting on 100% allegiance to that. And you know what? Here's what sucks. The Democrats could be the good guys.
I know.
Everybody already gives them the worthless benefit of the doubt, no matter what. No matter what. It's like, I know they're corrupt, but just vote blue, please. Just vote blue. I don't care. Just vote blue. I'm telling you, the GOP has never done any blah, blah. And it's like, I get it. So why don't we try a third option? And it's not a third party. It's recognizing that those parties right there control the elections. They control the electoral college. They control the media. They control pretty much everything. They've got their hooks in the chambers of commerce. They got their hooks into schools. They got their hooks into everything. To try to create a third party and think all that a party does is elect people is completely foolish. You've got to be in these places. You've got to have people in those places. You've got to have the infrastructure, the skeletal structure, the scaffolding, all those connections throughout that get things done, even though that's what's also keeping us back. Is that very institutionalized structure. The point is we don't have time, and we're not remotely organized to do something like that. Fair, right? So I know it's baffling, but we are not.
We can't get out of our own way.
We can't get out of our own way to take a dump, man.
No, I was just talking about this tonight. Like, people want me to hate on the Republicans. Like, you hate on the Democrats. I'm like, I can't get to the Republicans. Like, we cannot get, I have to fix my own house first. I can't be worrying about them when we're not offering anything better. And people are not grasping this. Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.